Hey everyone, Josh Hayes here for ScoreStreak.com, and today I want to talk some daily fantasy baseball strategy for you. We're going to talk about batter versus pitcher and weighted on base average, and which of the two you should be using for your DFS lineups. So let's start with BvP first. The site I like to use is dailybaseballdata.com. If you go to the left side of the page and you click batter versus pitcher, you can check out the BvP stats for all the batters that are facing those pitchers for that day. And it just breaks down all the basic stats. You look at the career numbers for each batter versus the pitcher that they're facing, batting average, hits, home runs, doubles, singles, stolen bases, on-base percentage, all that's laid out for you. Now the problem that BvP presents is that there usually isn't a large enough sample for you to go on for the majority of the hitters for you to really trust those numbers. Sometimes you look at a batter and they'll only have 6 career at-bats against that pitcher, or they'll have no at-bats, or sometimes they'll have 40 at-bats and the numbers look good and they've had a good amount of success against that pitcher. So maybe that's a sample you can trust in those instances. So it's very tough overall for you to get a large sample size that you can really build your lineups around. So that's a problem that most people have with BvP. Now, weighted on base average, or wOBA, the great thing about that is it takes OPS, which is on base versus slugging, and it's basically a smarter way to calculate how runs are created from a hitter. So OPS takes on-base percentage and slugging percentage and sort of treats them equally, 50-50. wOBA, what it does is it accounts for how much a walk is worth, a hit, a single, double, triple, home runs, all weights those accordingly and gives you one nice metric for you to reference in terms of how those runs are created by each hitter. So just for reference, league average usually sits around 320-ish for wOBA. And taking a look at 2015 numbers, Adrian Gonzalez is leading the league with a crazy 492 weighted on base average, so he's just absolutely mashing right now. Nelson Cruz is right behind him at 475, and Goldie has a 460 wOBA. Just for reference too, though, you have to keep in mind that when taking a look at a batter's wOBA, you want to take a look at their individual career average for wOBA, not just the league average. So Adrian Gonzalez actually has a career wOBA of 370. He will take a walk and doesn't strike out a ton, so that's why you could see his number is sort of elevated versus the normal average or league average for wOBA. The other thing that you can see here too is if you take a look at all the wOBA leaders for 2015, generally those are the highest priced players in salary cap sites like DraftKings and FanDuel, and those are also probably the best players that you should be using for ScoreStreak as well, because they make a lot of contact, they're getting a lot of hits there as well. So that's a good frame of reference. If you're looking for wOBA by position, both rotogrinders.com and fangraphs.com have some great tools to break down weighted on base average. So make sure you're checking those out and use weighted on base average, because you're usually getting a much larger sample, and you can sort by left-handed pitchers or right-handed pitchers. Either way, you can get a bigger pool of data and a greater accuracy for whether or not you should be using those players in your DFS lineups. Don't forget to check out all the action here on ScoreStreak.com. Please subscribe and like this video. That would greatly help us out. And you can also follow me if you have any questions at RotoBaseballPod, or you can check out ScoreStreak on Twitter as well at ScoreStreaker. A lot of fantasy action, a lot of free rolls going on with a 100% deposit bonus up to $500 as well. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.